And ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you back to Dragon's Vimeo, where we are live here at the beautiful Callert Foundation Complex on the campus of Howard Community College here in Columbia, Maryland, as we are gearing up for the start of our third game of the day as the HCC women's volleyball team takes on the Patrick Henry College Sentinels. Hello, everyone. This is the big man on the booth, Isaac Donsky, ready to bring you the third game of the day. The Dragons coming off a tough loss to Montgomery College, looking to dual battle here with Patrick Henry. I apologize if we have any camera issues here. We'll be back shortly with starters for today's game, as this game will kick off in about 20 minutes. We'll come back with a proper pregame. Just got to get some last-minute adjustments made, but we'll be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, we are currently in a slight delay for tonight's volleyball contest as a result of the referees not being here at the moment. We will keep you updated as to when they arrive eventually for tonight's volleyball game between the Sentinels and the Dragons. We have an update, ladies and gentlemen. A couple members of the crowd who are familiar with volleyball refereeing are going to be stepping in and serving as emergency refs for tonight's game, as unfortunately our referees did not show up. I apologize for the camera issue. We'll get that fixed as soon as the game starts. In the meantime, sit back and enjoy Dragons volleyball as the Dragons take on the Sentinels of Patrick Henry College. We're all set to go here, ladies and gentlemen. We're just checking to make sure you still got us. Yes, you do. We do have some audio issues every so often. So we had a bit of a delay for this one, almost an hour delay. Sorry about that, because we had some officials who were missing, but thankfully some members of the crowd have stepped up to help out. And it's going to be one member of the crowd and one of the Dragons coaching staff, Coach Rob. For the Dragons, the starting lineup: Abby Lease, Ari Lane, Zion Austin, Gracie Close, Cheyenne Ellis, and Tori Curry. If you missed the last matchup here at home, the Dragons lost to Southern Maryland, but defeated defeated Beaver County in a split series. And just back on Tuesday, the Dragons almost defeated the Montgomery Raptors in a close-fought match. They lost 3-0, but nearly took a set from them. And if you don't know anything about Region 20 volleyball, know this: the Raptors are one of the top-ranked teams in the region, and the Dragons almost got them. Stephanie Barakia from Samar in the Philippines checks in to be libero for the Dragons. The Patrick Henry College Sentinels, a small Christian college from Southern Virginia, not officially affiliated with any major athletic organization at the moment. They are currently a club team as we're about to get ready for this matchup. Cheyenne Ellis will open things up. She'll serve. We'll get underway. We thank you for bearing with us during the delay. Let's get this party started. Cheyenne Ellis will serve, and we'll get underway. Serves up. Popped up by Patrick Henry, trying to get an attack going, and it's blocked by Tori Curry and Gracie Close. And a great start as the Dragons take a 1-0 lead off a nice double block. If you want to move back so I can pop, yeah. Ellis will serve. And that's going to be a service ace for the Dragons. Ellis makes it 2-0. Mentioned before, this Patrick Henry College team is a club team. They're not affiliated yet with any major athletic institutions. They're just getting started as a program. Ellis's serve on the way. That's sent right back. Tori Curry will drop it over. Nice save by the Sentinels. That's popped up. Lane has a piece of it. Ellis going to Gracie Close, who might get the kill. Oh, but the Sentinels keep it alive. Number 14 sends it back over. Curry got the kill. Tori Curry makes it 3-0. This was a matchup the Dragons were looking forward to because this was one of those games they had circled as a must-win game. You're going up against an out-of-conference opponent and one that you don't know much about. And a 3-0 lead is a good way to start things off here for the Dragons. Ellis' serve is on the way, and that's going to be an ace. 4-0 Dragons, and they jumped out to a 4-0 lead over Montgomery in that second twice in their matchup back on Tuesday. I remember Montgomery did come back and win those sets, so it is important for the Dragons to keep the momentum going here. Ellis popped up. Sentinels will try and keep that alive. Oh, and there's the first mistake. Stephanie Barakia could not hang on to it, and it's 4-1. And for the first time tonight, the Sentinels get to serve. Serving the ball will be number 14, Karina Van Bell. Austin. Ellis will set it up. Barakia wants a piece of it. It's picked up nicely by the Sentinels. Trying to set up a kill here. And they get the kill, number 3, Sayla Stamper. As Patrick Henry fighting back here, 4-2. Maybe it's time for the Sentinels to go on a little run there after a rocky start. Van Bell will serve. Oh, and that's going to make it a 1-point game. Barakia got a piece of it. Well, come on, girls. Let's keep this momentum going. Serves up. It was short. Zion Austin wasn't ready for it. And it's a tie game. (4-4) Dragon Sentinels. Austin. Ellis sets it up for Gracie Close, who gets the kill. Dragons did a nifty little thing there where they baited the open middle. They opened up the middle of the floor and baited the Sentinels into serving right there, only for their defenders to quickly pounce on it and make the play. Ariana Lane will serve. That's out. And just as soon as they took the lead, the Dragons give it right back 5-5. Barkia didn't get a good piece of it, and for the first time tonight, Patrick Henry takes the lead 6-5. Good response here on defense. Better dig there for Barkia. Will set up Gracie Close. That's out. Patrick Henry starting to pull away a bit. 7-5. Nice dig from Barkia. Ellis will set up Tori Curry, who gets the kill. Oh, we need more of that. 7-6. Abby Lease checks into the game. Tori Curry heads to the bench. Curry leads the Dragons this year in kills and blocks. She has become the big star player for the Dragons in the middle this season, as it'll be Stefame Barkia who will serve. It's a short one, picked up by the Sentinels, and miscommunication. They were not expecting it to land there. 7-7 ball game. Barkia will serve, and it's popped up and out. Dragons retake the lead off an error from the Sentinels. You'll notice I have them as PHC on your screens. That's because Sentinels would not fit on the GX. That's going to be an ace from Barkia. Getting a piece of it was Patrick Henry. 9-7 Dragons. The momentum is starting to come back. We're going to need that. We apologize, by the way, if the camera slides up a little bit. Our controller for our camera is having some issues. We're going to check that out during the break we have between home games. Barkia serve on the way. Patrick Henry trying to set something up. Go for a kill. Ari Lane's got a piece of it. Ellis pops it up. Austin with the soft touch. Got him. Dragons crack double digits for the first time tonight. Make it 10-7. Barkia having a good... Get that ace, baby. Barkia is having a wonderful time serving. It's been this... Hold that thought as she serves. Maybe we'll get another one. Lane, nice dig. Ellis puts it up. Lease, get that kill. Thank you. Oh, wait, no, the Sentinels keep it alive. And they'll send it right back over, but Barkia gets the dig. Ellis puts up the set for Ari Lane. That was a nice one from the Sentinels to keep it alive. They'll try to go for the kill. That's out. Give that point to the Dragons. Big win there. Steph Barkia is having an excellent stay at serving. Hope I didn't jinx her there. Not that time, another ace. 13-7. Dragons are starting to pull away. I'm just going to knock on the wood here. And Patrick Henry's going to take a timeout. Timeout taken. Dragons lead at 13-7. We'll be right back. Back to the action we go. The Dragons lead at 13-7. Stefame Barakia has been serving for the last, I want to say, 6, make that 7 volleys. Speaking of 7, the Dragons are up 7. It's been a fantastic watch. I can't think of the word to use. I'm trying to think of it, what word to use here for what Barakia is doing, but I can't think of it. And it's going to kill me when I finally figure it out. Ellis. Austin with the soft touch. Sentinels get a good volley going, but they can't get a block. Zion Austin and Abby Lease with the double block make it 15-7. Shift, that's the word I'm looking for. Shift. Okay. Stefame Barakia is having an excellent shift at serving. Almost got another ace there. Sentinels go for the kill. It's blocked again. Gracie Close and Abby Lease make it 16-7. There's a good chance the Dragons could smash some team records here in blocks and aces if this keeps up. But Patrick Henry gets some momentum. They started to pull back earlier. Oh, was that a touch? It was a touch. 17-7. Dragons lead it by 10. This might be the best ever shift I've seen at serving from any one player in Dragons history recently. Stefame Barakia is having a day. And she'll continue her watch. There was an attack error by the Sentinels, 18-7. I got a little nervous early there, but the Dragons now are closing in on 20 points. And all good things must come to an end, doth said the volleyball gods, as Barakia makes a service error. And it's 18-8. Sentinels get one back. The Sentinels are going to make some defensive changes here. And we'll send in number 13, Megan Lim. And they'll get it right back. Lim with an error, 19-8. By the way, folks, I did get a comment from somebody. I apologize if when I remembered what word I was trying to use for Stefame Barakia's shift at serving, I apologize if it sounded like I was cursing for a second there. That came off very strong. Don't worry. We're all good here. Oh, Cheyenne Ellis gets the kill. How about that? That brings the crowd to their feet. Ellis is the Dragon's setter in the middle. She normally doesn't go for the kills. She leads the Dragons in assists on the season, and that's going to make it 22-8, I should say. Gracie Close. It's her turn to serve. Nice one there. Patrick Henry trying to respond. They'll pop one up. Barakia Close putting one up for Austin. No, that's popped loose. Give that kill to Zion Austin. 21-8. Dragons are 4 points away from taking a set at home. Gracie Close will serve. Ball's up. A little disorganization there by Patrick Henry. They go for the kill. Ooh, what a dig from Ari Lane. Close keeps it alive. Austin for the soft touch. They pop it back over. Lane with another spectacular dig. Austin had to jump over her. And Ellis will go for the kill. Response, block, Abby Lease. Oh my goodness, the Sentinels somehow keep it alive. Barakia with a nice dig. Puts it up for Close. Austin, it's blocked. Pop that one out of bounds, baby. Dragons get it. Gotta love those volleys. And you gotta love the response from the Dragons faithful who have come out in droves tonight to watch their team. 22-8. Here's Gracie Close. Ball's up. Lane with a nice dig. She's been doing a lot of work on the defense. Ellis! Oh, she was trying to go for the soft touch. It's off the net. I applaud Cheyenne Ellis for trying to do something sneaky there. 22-9. Sentinels will serve. Lane, nice dig. Close. Put one up for Austin. Oh, off the net. Well, there goes holding them to single digits. Come on, girls. We're doing so good. We can't be having issues now. Got to commend Ari Lane, by the way. Traditionally an outside hitter, but has been playing a lot of defensive positions in recent games. And she'll get another one there as she gets a nice dig. Gracie Close will set it up for Lise, who tried to get the kill, flipped it back over. Wow! Dragons somehow keep it alive. Barakia went for the kill, wouldn't get it. And Patrick Henry starts to get a run. They did this earlier in this set. They started to get a run going. They got the Dragons a little discombobulated. And then they fought back into it. 22-11. It's an 11-point game. Still would be a mighty big comeback attempt here for the Sentinels as Gracie Close. Abby Lise goes for the tip. That's popped straight up. Lise, get that kill. Oh, off of her face. That was a little disrespectful. I'm not going to lie. Just a little bit. Gotta say, and again, a big thank you to the one fan who is a former coach and former referee and a current referee who was in attendance for today's game and stepped in to assist. Sentinels going for the kill. Barakia. Wow, Gracie Close, what a dig. Lise pops it over. Ah, Gracie! Oh my god, it's alive, it's alive, it's alive. Get it. Zion puts it right over. Wow, that was some crazy saves. And they'll get a more traditional one here. Ellis going for the kill. Won't go. Sentinels have a chance to respond. Ellis gets the nice dig. Close with the set. Austin goes for the kill. Sentinels are starting to play this one tough. Barakia keeps it alive. Oh, this is good here. Lise. Won't go. Sentinels. Kia close. Austin going for it. This is the best volley we've seen all night. Wow, Gracie Close. Oh, and it finally gets popped out of bounds. That's going on the highlight reel regardless because of how crazy of a volley that was. But there's one like that every game. Ball's up. Short. Lane covers. Go for the kill. Off the net. Nice block. Yeah, and they're gonna rule that one was an attack error. 13-23. The Sentinels slowly starting to crawl their way back into this one. We're a little worried about that. Nice dig from Barakia. Lise going for the kill. And another attack error from the Dragons. What are we doing here? The lead is down to single digits. Dragons need to figure out a way to put their opponent away here because this is starting to get a little concerning. Just a little concerning that they're not able to as easily as we thought. Cheyenne Ellis goes for the kill. Patrick Henry's found a groove on defense here and on the attack as they get an easy kill. 23-15. If I'm the Dragons, I'm calling a timeout right here to reassess where we're at because they were dominating and pulling away. And now Patrick Henry is starting to fight back into it. Barakia. Close. Lane. Oh, that was close. Lise. And they're going to say, I think, that's set point. 24-15 as the Sentinels stepped over the line on that attack. Here's Lise. That's out. Dragons just can't get comfortable here. 24-16. Substitution coming in here for Patrick Henry. It's number 11, Lucy McCullough, who's re-entering the contest. Ball's up. Gracie Close with a nice dig. Barakia sets it up. Lane pops it over. Block! Got that set! Wasn't pretty, but the Dragons get it. 25-16. They take set number one. We'll flip things around and be right back. As the Dragons take the first set. We'll be right back.
Howard Community College is where dreams take flight and opportunities are boundless. No matter where you are in life, you'll have a college experience that fits your needs. Receive support through more than just financial aid, tutoring, and childcare assistance. Gain momentum with accelerated courses and faculty who care. Experience a vibrant community where friendships are formed, passions are pursued, and memories are made. When you graduate, you'll have the degree, skills, confidence, and connections to thrive in today's ever-changing world. Explore endless possibilities in Dragon Country. Discover more at howardcc.edu today.
Welcome back, everybody. We are once again live here at the Callart Foundation Complex, where the Dragons lead the... Getting right in my... Just trying to get past my cameraman there. Where we are currently about to start the second set here. Dragons took set 1 25-16. They're gearing up for set number 2. As the Sentinels are going to do something they did not do in the first set here, and they're going to send in a libero, number 99. By the way, I want to give a big shout out to everyone working tonight's games, including my cameraman. For the first time, I finally got him working camera. Sincere Barfield, one of the star players for our men's basketball team, who this November will kick off their title defense season as they try to do something that I don't think has ever been done in the modern era of Region 20 hoops, and that's win 3 consecutive Region 20 Division II championships. They won it 2 years ago against the Catonsville Cardinals, and as I was employed by Catonsville at the time, no comment on that game. But last year, they took care of business against Chesapeake, who the 7th-seeded Skipjacks surprised everybody when they went on a deep playoff run, knocked off 2 of the top 3 seeds. They had an upset on the mind heading into that final, but the Dragons had home field advantage, and no one was going to stop them from playing in an arena they had been waiting for 2 years. And they got the job done. We'll bring you all of those games on Dragons Vimeo. They kick off their season November 1st with the Hoop Here, Get There Classic. Game 1, Tidewater Community College, brand new JUCO program, is going to go head-to-head with the Dragons. That is opening day. That game is going to be at 8 p.m. on November 1st. We will have it live for you here. Looking forward to it. In the meantime, Howard leads it 1-0 entering the second set against the Patrick Henry College Sentinels. Nice dig from close. Ellis. Lane. That was out of bounds. If you want to. P1. Right there. Yep. Hit enter. Yeah. There you go. All right. On the way. Close touched it. It's going to be 2-0. Not the start the Dragons wanted here, but I can get back into this one. You mentioned something funny about this Patrick Henry team that we caught at the last minute back on Tuesday. I'll tell you about it after this volley. Ball is up. Close with a nice dig. Ellis. Lane goes for the kill. It's kept alive by the Sentinels. Austin. Ellis. A little bit of a miscommunication. Lane goes for the kill. It's on the line. It's in. Wait. I think it was on the line. What's the call? It's our point. 2-1. Okay. So there was a little confusion there because they were taking their time. I didn't realize what the call was, but that was a kill by Ari Lane. Cheyenne Ellis! And it's a service ace. Service error, excuse me. 3-1 Sentinels. Not the best start the Dragons wanted to this second set, especially after they dominated that first set. But Patrick Henry, it looks like, has made some adjustments here. That's good for them. That's good. Good of recognizing where the issue was. Barakia, Ellis, Lane goes for the kill, but that's out of bounds. So the Sentinels are starting to find their footing here. They lead at 4-1. We don't need that. Ball's up. Lane was a little off balance there. Ellis pops it up close with the soft touch. Won't go. Sentinels get a nice defense there. Pop it over. Ellis. Oh, no one touched it again. Curry with the soft touch. Sentinels pop it right back. Austin. Ellis. Curry goes for the kill. It was deflected a little bit. Barakia is back in the backfield. Curry goes for the soft touch again. I don't think that plan's going to work, but it does help when they make an attack error or a set error. Give the Dragons a point back. 4-2. Needed that. Funny story we were talking about. Patrick Henry College. So there is a community college in the NJCAA that is called Patrick and Henry Community College. This is not them. It's Ari Lane's. That's out of bounds, and that's going to be another point to the Sentinels. This is not Patrick and Henry. This is Patrick Henry. They are two different schools. As a substitute is going to come in for the Sentinels here. That's good. I can finish my story. They are two different schools. This Patrick Henry College team is not officially a team yet. They are they're a club team. Patrick and Henry. So we had Patrick and Henry Community College on the schedule up to this week because I, who is in charge of scheduling, was convinced that when I saw Patrick Henry on the schedule, thought, oh, it's Patrick and Henry Community College. No, it's Patrick Henry College. By the way, Kylan Harvey has checked into the game for the first time tonight. That's another mistake by the Dragons. They're looking a little off balance here. I don't like that. And they trail it 6-2. We'll finish that story in a second when we get a breakage in action here. Barakia. Ellis. That got tipped. And that's a Dragons point. Nice. 6-3. But yes, we had Patrick and Henry Community College on the schedule until, while on the way to Tuesday's game against Montgomery College, while talking with the coach, Coach Jalen and I realized that we had the wrong Patrick Henry on the schedule. was only then that we realized there is a Patrick Henry College. There are two separate entities. So that got fixed at the 11th hour. My apologies to Patrick Henry College. We're so used to facing fellow JUCOs, as that was out of bounds from Gracie Close. That's going to be a point to Patrick Henry. We're so used to facing fellow JUCOs that when we saw Patrick Henry on the schedule, I automatically assumed it was Patrick and Henry Community College. No, it is the Patrick Henry College Sentinels. So just a funny story. That's something that happens in the world of athletics, that in the background of the world of athletics sometimes. The moral of this story, Gracie Close with a nice kill, gets one back, makes it 7-4. The moral of the story is that you should always double check the schedules when you're translating them from the to the official schedule. So thankfully there was no issue. Gracie Close will serve and may get the ace. Wow, it was popped right back on the dig. And somehow the Dragons keep that alive. Oh, they're going to rule that 4 people touched it. Zion Austin couldn't believe it. And it's a point to the Sentinels. This is definitely exactly what Patrick Henry needed to get back into this game. Where was the defense on that one? That's an ace, and that's 9-4. This one's going to be tougher than we expected. But this club team's putting up a good fight against the Dragons. They get a break there. That's a service error and a point back to Howard. 9-5. Dragons trail by 4. They'll make their subs. Ari Lane checks back into the game. Lane took a big hit in the Montgomery game, knocked her glasses off. She was okay. She stayed in, but these girls are tough, especially going up against that Montgomery team. Austin will serve. Oh, Patrick Henry off balance. Caught him. That's going to count up as an error, but a good play there from Zion Austin in her first shift at serving. Austin will try and keep it up. Ooh. Nasty serve. Caught Patrick Henry off balance there. Barakia with the dig. Close. Lees got that kill. Shout out to assistant coach Layla Word, who put up a defensive hand. That ball got deflected right towards our scorers table, where our own Joey Constant is doing live stats. Live statting volleyball games, I tell you, it is very challenging because you have to track every single time the ball is touched. As Austin will serve out of bounds, and that will be a point back to the Sentinels. 10-7, they lead it. I got to give my props to my man Joey, though. He picked up live statting it very quickly. As one of the flagmen made a mistake there, accidentally ruled that the ball was in. But yeah, Joey picked it up very quickly, and we I gotta say, it's been wonderful to have to be able to live stat these games. Volleyball is last year we did not live stat because we were playing in local high schools, and if it was a challenge getting the stat set up because of the Wi-Fi. So now that we're in here, we can do it safely with much better internet connection. Love that. There's a kill attempt by Cheyenne Ellis, who's playing up front. Barakia, close, sets it up. Lane! Almost broke through. There's the kill. Close, couldn't handle it. Patrick Henry leads it 11-7. Moral of that story, by the way, was that we're very happy that we're able to live stat again. Austin. Ellis pops it in and gets the kill. Didn't get a chance to talk more about her, but Kylan Harvey out of Elkridge, Maryland, defensive specialist. Another freshman, one of several very, as Tori Curry checks back into the game, one of several very nice prospects picked up by the Dragons in the offseason. Abby Lease will serve and will get the ace because Sentinels lost control of what they were doing there. That's something I've noticed here. If you can get the Sentinels off balance, you can get the kill. 11-9, Dragons trail just by 2. Trying to complete the comeback here. Here's Abby Leese. That's popped straight up and caught by Joey. Our own Joey Constant taking time out of his busy day to make the catch. 1-point game, 11-10. I got to give props to my man Joey. He's jumped on board this season after doing work with Bowie State the last couple of years, and he has been phenomenal helping us out on our game operations side of things. Another ace from Leese, as that was just sent straight back into the net by the Sentinels. And it's a tie game, 11-11. Finally, Howard smelling blood in the water here. Can they pounce? We'll see. Leese serves. Maybe a chance to take the lead. Here comes the kill account. Nice dig from Austin. Sends it right back. Oh, Gracie, close. Couldn't hang that one in. And it's 12-11 Sentinels. Ball up. Close with the dig. Ellis puts up the set. Lane going for the kill. Too much power. Sentinels pull ahead 13-11. Close. Ellis. Lane! Oh, almost got the kill. Great save there by the Sentinels. Lane with the soft touch. Got him. Back to a 1-point game, 13-11. 13-12, excuse me. I can tell it's a late night game. I'm getting my numbers mixed up. Cheyenne Ellis will serve for the Dragons. Sentinels tried to go for the kill. They won't get it. Tie game, 13-13. Give it to Patrick Henry, though. They have played a tough set here. Ever since about late in the first set, Patrick Henry has started to get momentum back. Dragons need to find a way to change it up. And they are going to get it there as they take their first lead of the set off the error from the Sentinels. Ball's up. And an error there from Cheyenne Ellis. It's going to make it 14-14. Come on, girls. Let's not do this now. Let's keep the momentum going. That's out. And that's the lead back to Howard. 15-14. 10 more points from the Dragons will get them the win. I have no doubt this set is going to come down to the wire. Lane. Nice dig from Barakia. Curry broke through and got that kill. Tori Curry. 16-14. Multiple score lead for the first time tonight. Here's Lane. On the way, popped straight up by the Sentinels. Might be some miscommunication. Just let that one fly, ladies. That's out. Dragons up 3, 17-14. Finally getting some action. Momentum shifting back to Howard. That's what we want to see. And the volleyball gods can be a little sick sometimes as they'll take it right back. Sorry, Lane is called for the service error. Kylan Harvey checking back into the game. Again, the defense specialist from Elk Ridge, Maryland. She, Gracie Close, Tori Curry, 3 big prospects that the Dragons picked up. And they've got several more coming in that should be eligible starting next week for the Dragons. That's going to be good to see. Get them some numbers. Curry for the kill. Got it. Tori Curry breaks through. Forgot to mention Zion Austin, also one of those prospects who came in as Abby Lease checks back. Lease, Ellis, and Ari Lane all were here last year. You add in those 4 prospects, plus the return of Stephanie Barakia, who played 2 years ago but took a gap year last year. And then you add in Deb Acosta off the bench. You've got yourselves a pretty solid squad. Nice dig there from Harvey. Austin for the kill! Got it! Ooh, there was some venom in that kill attempt from Austin, and she got it. 19-15 Dragons. We haven't seen Deb Acosta yet. She played a little bit in the Dragons' last 2 games. Out of, we'll talk more about that in a second, as there's a Steph Barakia is back in control of is back in for a shift at serving. You know what happened last time. She was able to take control of this game. Timeout taken by the Sentinels. We'll take the opportunity to step away for a moment. 2015, Dragons lead by 5. Welcome back, everybody. 20-15 is the score. The Dragons lead it. Stephanie Barakia is serving. Last time she served in the first set, she dominated. She's trying to keep it up, and she gets the ace there to make it 21-15. We're glad that you're tuned in for some late night Thursday night volleyball. This game was supposed to start earlier at 7, but we're lacking some officials. So thankfully, a member of the crowd who happens to be an official decided to step in. Now, one of our coaches is stepping in as well. There's a mistake by Ellis, and that'll give one back to the Sentinels. 21-16. This has been a fun set. Sentinels dominated early. Dragons dragged themselves back. Finally have taken the lead. This Patrick Henry team is not going away. Ever since like halfway through the first set, Patrick and Henry has been keeping it close. Ellis, speaking of close, Gracie Close pops that back over. Soft touch there from the Sentinels. Barakia, Close for the kill! Got it! Gracie Close makes it 22-16. 6-point lead for Howard. Would not be surprised if all 3 of these sets come down to the wire. Or if we go to a full 5. We did go to a full 5 during our first broadcast of the year against Carroll, and that was a brutal way to lose that game. Dragons went up 2-0 against a playoff team from last year, only to lose 3-2. Ooh, Sentinels trying to stay competitive here. Lease goes for the kill! Sentinels pick it up. Lack of communication on that side. 2 of them were trying to hit at the same time. Austin, soft touch! Got it! 23-16. Zion Austin with the soft touch. That's been the Dragons' weapon of choice. That and a little fake set. Cheyenne Ellis does that sometimes where she goes for the set, but rather than properly set it up, she notices that there's a gap in the defense and she'll go for the kill. Completely takes them off balance. Watch for it. It might happen. Nice dig from Barakia. Close with the set. Austin, soft touch. Sent right back over. Harvey, nice dig. Lease! Ooh, Patrick Henry doing a great job. Austin pops it up close with the set. Ellis! Oh, this is a fun volley here. Woo! Barakia comes in at the last second, keeps it alive. Austin goes for the kill. Oh, but it's out. 23-17. 6-point game. Sentinels will try and fight back into this one. Ooh, nice dig from Harvey. Austin with a medium touch. Forces the Sentinels back. Barakia, close. Austin going for the softer and got it. Set point. 24-17. It's a football score now. Ari Lane going to check back in. Speaking of Austin, who's kind of been the hero for the Dragons this set with that soft to medium touch. She will serve. Sentinels go for the kill. That's out. No, it's in. Get that point back to the Sentinels. They got 18. 24-18. Dragons lead it. Patrick Henry trying to put it away. They'll make some substitutions. Ball's up. Barakia. Close. Lease goes for the kill. Off the net! And 4 people touched it. Give it to the Dragons. Give them the win. 25-18. Dragons up 2-0. Last time we broadcast volleyball for you, that 2-0 turned into a 3-2 victory for the Carroll. Can the Sentinels try to get that, or will Howard get the sweep? You'll find out in just about 3 minutes. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody, to HCC. 2-0 lead for the Dragons here in this contest with the Patrick Henry College Sentinels. It's been a fun night so far. Dragons dominated the first set, but held off a Sentinels comeback. In the second set, the Sentinels jumped out to a big lead early, only for the Dragons to come roaring back and snatch the victory. As the people operating the clock kind of were honking it a couple times. Well, let's see what's going to happen here, folks. Third set. Last time we had a home broadcast, and we do apologize that we weren't able to carry last weekend's games. There was a whole lot of stuff going on around campus, and we did have an opportunity to do that. But the last time that we had a broadcast here, the Dragons lost 3-2 after going up 2-0 on Carroll. They fell apart in the closing stages, resulting in a 3-2 loss. They would love to avoid that here, and it's going to be Cheyenne Ellis who will kick things off serving. She and Stefame Berakia have had fantastic days defensively, as the Dragons hopefully going to get a victory here. Ball's up. We're underway. A little off balance here for the Sentinels. Austin. Oh, still alive. Get it over. Oh, Zion Austin. It's a lack of communication, ladies. You got to talk to each other out there. I applaud the Dragons defense for still getting it, as somebody is being loud out there. I think it's the Sentinels fans. Got to give credit to the Sentinels fans. They traveled. They're coming from somewhere in rural Virginia, and they have traveled well. Got to give them credit for that. Ball's up. Austin, nice dig. Ellis sets it up. Lane goes for the kill. That's out. And that's another point to the Sentinels, and this is starting to look a little evilishly like the last set, with the Sentinels jumping out to a 2-0 lead. Austin pops that one right back. Oh, and the Sentinels tried to go for the kill and was broken up by the net. Little divine intervention here makes it 2-1. Lane goes for the serve. Oh, it popped over the net for the ace. Got it. Dragons tie it up. Oh, the volleyball gods almost got that one from Ari Lane. But that serve just had too much on it. Sometimes say this about Ari Lane, but she's really good. She's got a lot of power in that serve, and sometimes it does lead to a little bit of an error. But on that occasion, the power was good. It forced it over. Oh, what a block by Tori Curry! Get denied! The brick wall from Baltimore. Tori Curry sends that right back over. I like that name. I'm going to use that name for her going forward. She was really popping off during preseason, and so far this season, Tori Curry has been the big breakout star for the Dragons, leading the team in kills in her rookie season. Nice serve by Lane. Maybe a chance for an ace here. Sentinels are going to get under it. Barakia. Ellis. Gracie close. Go. Sentinels trying to pop it back over. They do it. Ellis. Nice dig. Barakia sets up the set. Close. Goes for the soft touch. Ellis. Nice. Barakia. Nice. Sets it up for Zion Austin. Oh, and another block by Tori Curry. The brick wall strikes again. 4-2 Dragons. Well, this is fun. Ari Lane will serve once more. Popped straight up. Sentinels trying to get it to go. Woo, nice dig from Barakia. Ellis keeps it alive. Austin goes for the kill. That was out. Little too much power there for Zion Austin. And a little confusion here. I think the Sentinels didn't realize they got the point. As it'll be number 3 serving. Ball's up. Barakia, nice dig. Ellis will set it up. Austin gets redemption. No, it's blocked. Barakia recovers, puts it over. That's out! Point to the Dragons. 5-3. And look who is coming out to serve. Stefame Barakia, whose dominant stints at serving earlier in this game helped get the Dragons both of their victories in the first two sets. Barakia with a nice dig. Sit up. Soft touch! Oh, Zion Austin caught him sleeping. 6-3 Dragons. Telling you, every time Stefame Barakia goes up to serve, the Dragons just do better. Oh, and you saw the reaction of the bench there for the Sentinels. They could have let that go. Oh, what a nice play by Abby Lease! Oh my goodness! Cheyenne Ellis got him with the fake block, and Abby Lease just tipped it over with a little finger tap. Dragons getting creative with their kills tonight. 7-3. That's going to be an ace for Stefame Barakia. Barakia out of Samar in the Philippines. One of 3 international players for the Dragons, as they'll call timeout. The others being Audrey Lane, who's from Bridgetown in Barbados. And then the third member is Deb Acosta, who is from General Ramirez in Argentina. We have not seen her play tonight. Hopefully she gets a chance to play in this third set. If not here, then perhaps later. She did play a little bit again in the Montgomery game and did quite well. Was able to record a dig and several nice assists. The Dragons are looking to add 2 additional players next week. We'll keep you updated. Stay tuned to our website and social media, but hopefully we can get those players cleared and eligible and ready to go. That would be a lot of fun to beef up the team's numbers. We're already very excited that this team has as many players as they do. Should also mention Howard, by the way, debuting their new maroon jerseys. Their new maroon jerseys with blue numbers today. These look very nice. Libero Barakia wearing all white. NASCAR. Barakia will continue to serve here as this timeout ends. 8-3 is the score. Barakia immediately pops it up. Didn't even wait for the buzzer to finish ringing. The Sentinels were not ready for that. Referee says it's good. 9-3. The buzzer was still going off when Barakia put it up there. Oh, they could probably let that one out. And that's another ace for Barakia. 10-3. I am telling you, all 3 stints tonight that Stefame Barakia has been in charge of serving the ball for the Dragons, they have had so much momentum. Whatever, she has been in control, and it has been wonderful to see. Barakia pops it over. Oh, it's sent right back. Austin sets it up. Ellis, Gracie, close! I don't know how the Sentinels kept that alive, but they did. Barakia, Ellis, Lease! Abby Lease gets the kill. 11-3, Dragons lead it. Barakia, that's going to be another ace, right? Yes, it will. Well, not exactly an ace on the score sheet. That's going to go down as an error by the poor Sentinels there. But it's 12-3 Dragons. Stefame Barakia, I think, wasn't a fan of how that second set went, and she's trying to end this one. Sentinels can't get into a rhythm. Nice dig from Barakia. Ellis sets it up. Lane goes for the kill. Ah, too much power. That's been something Ari Lane has struggled with last year. A little bit. She's got a powerful kill. Just wasn't able to rein it in that time. And it will be Patrick Henry who will serve. So can the Sentinels get some momentum back? They've done a great job of doing that throughout this game. They fought back to make set 1 a little close, and they kept set 2 close throughout. See if they could do it trailing 12-4. Ball's up. Nice dig from Lane. Lease for the kill. Got it. Abby Lease shoots it in there and gives the Dragons possession back. Gives back the Dragons possession. Sorry, the later we get into the night, folks, the worse my grammar gets. Working on it. Gracie Close. Popped it up. Sentinels. That wasn't going to work. 14-4. 10-point lead for the Dragons as Gracie Close. We just got to finish this one off. Dragons had trouble finishing off the Sentinels in that first set. They're 11 points away as Close goes for the ace. And it's another attack error. That has been something that Sentinels have struggled with a lot tonight. Those attack errors. And Howard has been able to capitalize. That's kind of what happened in the last game against Montgomery. The Raptors, despite being clearly the better team, were struggling with attack errors. Howard just couldn't capitalize. They did in the second set, and that's why its second set was so close. It went into extra volleys. Tonight, Howard's been able to capitalize, and you see the results. Austin with the soft touch. Got it! Zion Austin records a kill. Pretty sure she and all of the freshman players on tonight's team have gotten career highs in kills, and maybe some of the sophomores too. It's just been that kind of night for the Dragons. Gracie Close puts it up. Sentinels trying to go for it. Lane. Close will set it up. Ellis! Almost got the kill. They could probably have let that one out. Lane pops it straight up. Close. Lease with the soft touch. Oh, it doesn't go. Sentinels keep it alive. They send it back. Austin keeps it alive. Oh, send it over, send it over. Barakia sends it over. Lane keeps it alive. Barakia puts it back over. What a move. Another good dig from Barakia. What a volley this is. Lease shuts it down. Best volley I've seen all season from the Dragons. Bar none. Abby Lease says, not in my gym. (17-4) Dragons lead it. Gracie Close pops it up and says, it's getting close to closing time. Gracie Close with the ace. Pun entirely intended. Timeout called. Patrick Henry. They need to do something to regroup here. It's 18-4. We'll take a break too and be right back as the Dragons comfortably leading it 18-4. But remember, set one, they were up big. The Dragons got back in, the Sentinels got back into it. Welcome back. 18-4 is the score. Dragons are all set up. Ari Lane doing a little jig out there. Let's put them away first, then let's celebrate. Let's put them away first. The Dragons are up 18-4. Just remember, in set one, the score was similar to this, and the Dragons let the Sentinels get right back into it. So if you're Howard, let's get this win first, then let's celebrate. Gracie Close puts it up. Patrick Henry trying to respond here. Sentinels did a good job. Oh! Broke through. You got to put that over. Wow, Abby Lee's got it. Sentinels going for the kill. They tried the soft touch. See, that's why you don't celebrate early. Because they're going to get a kill back and make it 18-5. Ball's up. Barakia. Close. Ellis! Lease breaks it out of the block and almost got the kill. That's a double hit. Give that point to the Dragons. Double hit there by the Sentinels. Abby Lease with a phenomenal effort to break out of that block. And it'll be Zion Austin who will serve here as the Dragons lead 19-5, trying to put it away. Howard's been utterly dominant in this third set. Much needed after that second set got a little too close for comfort. Ellis going for the kill. Cheyenne Ellis has been very aggressive today. Nice dig from Barakia. Close keeps it alive. Lane pops it over. It's popped right back. Austin. Close. Lane for the kill. Caught him off balance and got it. 20-5. Ariana Lane putting that power to good use. Ball's up. Austin. Ooh, almost got the ace. Sentinels waited there to respond. That's out. Attack error. Give that point to the Dragons. They're 4 away from getting their first home sweep. And since they're just 4 points away from getting their first home sweep. Well, their second home sweep of the season. Excuse me. They did sweep Beaver County here. About to say. 21-5. Austin pops it up. Popped back over. Barakia close. Austin! That's off the libero. That's a point. 22-5. If they keep this up, I would love to see what happens if they manage to finish this one off cleanly. I'm superstitious, though, and I know what happened in that first set. Sentinels got right back into it. Austin. They go over the fake set attack. Lease goes for the kill. Ooh, nice pickup there by the Sentinels. Another nice block attempt. Going for it. Lane got the kill. 23-5. 2 points away. This crowd is popping. They want to see this. 23-5 Zion Austin. Sends it up. 2 Sentinel players under it. Match point. 24-5 off the error. Zion Austin can end it right here. Austin. Putting it up. That's out! That's out! That's a dub! 25-5. The Dragons dropped a 20-point victory in the third set and win it 3-0. A clean sweep of Patrick Henry. It wasn't easy, but in the end, the Dragons pulled it off and got the dub. Their second home victory of the season. The first one we've had live here on HCC Vimeo. And folks, that was one heck of a game. We're going to go ahead and turn it off, folks. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's contest. Our next broadcast for home volleyball is going to be October 1st against Frederick. Man, we have almost half a month. Our next home game, period, is going to be next Sunday as the Dragons men's soccer team takes on number 3 Mercer County in the big game of the week. That's going to be a crucial game. We'll bring it all to you and more. For all of us here at HCC, thanks for tuning in to this massive triple header day. This is the big man on the mic, Isaac Donsky, signing off as the Dragons win it 3-0 with a 20-point victory in the third set. Good night, everybody.